Exercise 1. Lists of people.
Hello? Okay. Alright, I'm working on this thing. So you can read this page if you try to understand what I'm doing here. I'm not gonna explain anything really. Let's just go. Currently, if I actually, does this load? Does this load successfully? Okay, good. Okay, so the sandboxing system. This plugin is now running in a separate process from Blockhead. So if this crashes, which I can simulate by is it in here? So if I kill this process, it just kills that plugin and Blockhead continues to run. Oh, I broke this playhead. Okay, I need to fix that. I made some changes to the way that playhead is rendered. But anyway, you can then go here and then restart the sandbox and it should work. No, it didn't work. Okay, I've broken several things. Let's see. Stops unexpectedly and then this is the sandbox starting again. But it didn't update this thing. Okay, that's not the thing that I was going to look at, but let's look at that now. Okay. Where am I looking? Scuff. Is it called? I can't remember what it's called. General UI. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Group UI. So there's one sandbox created per workspace at the moment. That's what ended up making sense for Blockhead. And so when the sandbox crashed, I should get. Hold on. Oh, I changed this thing. Okay, right. I'm omitting this event when the device is reloaded after the sandbox starts up again. But then I changed what this event actually means. Device state load. Ah, yes. So this happens when I'm going to recreate the device when the sandbox starts again, and then I'm going to load the most recently saved state for the device, which emits this. But I also need to emit something. Oh, I guess I should emit this. Late create. Oh, I messed everything up in the changes that I made in the last few days. I didn't think about this. Let's see what's going on. So I should have, what's it called? Restart. This function here, restart. With created device. UI send, UI message. Device late create. Create device result. Result. I think that should sort me out. Why doesn't that compile? you sure? Is that not... Oh, I need to... what do I need to do? I need to send it to the actual... Is this fine to do this? I think so. Yeah, it is. Okay. Group is... No, I meant to say sandbox. Okay. Yeah, okay. So when the sandbox crashes, the sandbox data structure doesn't go away. It just goes into a crash state. So it still exists. And okay. This is not going to make any sense, but... open this. Simulate a crash again. Where are you? Why is it not showing up in here? Hello? What's going on? What? What is happening? It's not showing up in Task Manager anymore. Try again. I have to open it afterwards. Okay. So here's the plugin. Simulate a crash. We're doing that. Then it goes into a crashed state, and you can click here and click here, and it recalls the state of the plugin. Okay. So now the thing that I actually wanted to look at was if I try to export this track, it should include the plugin effects, but it exports in the background. So what it's going to do is like create a duplicate of the entire effect rack here, and it's going to render it. It's going to create a second sandbox in the background to do the rendering. So it's going to launch another sandbox process in the background just for the purposes of rendering this track, and it's going to create duplicates of all these whatever effect rack I have here. So it's going to duplicate devices that exist in a different sandbox and put the duplicates into the new sandbox and then export, but it doesn't work at the moment. It should error at some point. And it says fail to create a snapshot, blah 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 blah, duplicate, timed out waiting for device duplication. So I don't know why that's happening, but basically I didn't test the duplication at all yet. I just sort of wrote the code that should theoretically work, so I'm going to write an actual test case for it. Hold on, let me check in. Oh no, I also need to fix the playhead thing that I changed. What that is? What was this? duplicate, exceptions. Didn't I change something else in here? No, in here. Right, when I move around, the playhead is not moving anymore because I changed something. I basically changed the visual effect here so that it's less problematic for epileptics, because it was a bit flashy. And in the process it looks like I broke something. So when the view changes, this should happen. It does, actually. Oh, but I don't call update, that's the reason. Update. Alright, there we go. And now I will write this test. I'm actually going to be copying a device that exists in a different sandbox and a different sandbox group. Okay. Do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. Source device. Duplicate. Okay. I'm gonna erase everything. Let's see where that fails. Oops, this is the wrong. You said it was timing out. Yes. Timed out, it's waiting. Okay. So let's see what's going on. This is a very I think this is the most complicated thing that the sandboxing system does, is duplicate a device. The most complicated operation on the API at least. So we create this blocking sandbox operation and then we just defer to async. Okay, I'm not surprised this is not working actually. Surely this is not going to work because this is just not going to deadlock. I think this is going to... Oh right, yeah, no. Yeah, I see why this doesn't work. Because, right, we need to be continuously processing UI messages, which we're not going to do in this case. So I basically need to do here what I did for the synchronous version of create here, I think. Well, let's just see what's going on. So it goes into... The synchronous version of this function is implemented in terms of the asynchronous version. It just like emulates a synchronous operation by waiting. It waits for the message to come back from the sandbox, indicating that the process was successful or not. But in order for that to work, we need to be processing messages from the sandboxing system, and we're clearly not. So this is a complicated function. Okay, so we're going to here, we're going to send this to the sandboxing system. This callback is never going to be called. I think that's the point here. Yeah, it's just not called because we need to be processing messages. Okay, so what do I need to do instead here? So I already resolved this problem here, I think. This didn't have the same problem. Oh wait, I haven't... Have I actually tested this function? Yeah, I have. Oh, well, it's being called right here. How does this function work? I'm not actually sure. 'Cause this isn't receiving messages either. What am I doing here? How does this work? This... This must happen. But how is it happening? Oh no, it doesn't happen. I don't understand how this function works. It's really confusing, actually. With the back and forth between the two processes. Create device. What's happening here? We're gonna call this function, so this must happen at some point. But then inside here, callback. Okay. This doesn't make any sense. There must be a message coming back. Where's the message processing in this file? Message from Sandbox. This must be happening here, but I don't understand where this message is. What is going on? This timed out because I was stopped in the debugger. Oh no, maybe not. I don't understand this. This is the first test that runs. Oh yeah, this one is expected to fail. But then one of these... Okay, I need to do just a basic device create. Wait, I already have this test right here. Okay, it's testing device creation and it's succeeding. I get to here. Where's this message being handled? Oh, it's a separate thread. I forgot. Okay. Okay, now I understand. Those messages are not received in the UI thread. They're received in a background thread that I create. Right. So that's what... Right. Okay, I remember what I have to do. Everything's becoming very clear now. What we do is... So this function should be... I should be hitting this breakpoint here. Don't care about this one. Stop. 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 Don't care about this. Okay. I'm not hitting that function, which is surprising. Device save. Device save. Device save. I am hitting that function. I am hitting the function. That's before I even get to here? Oh, no it isn't. Okay, so I get to here, right. I don't know why I wasn't seeing this breakpoint getting hit earlier. So what happens now? I pass this function in. And then I'm wrapping it. I'm not confident about this assignment that I'm doing. Maybe I should actually do this. Let's be explicit about what we're doing here as well. Okay. Eventually we should call this blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure I can do this. I think this is going to be called... In what thread is this going to be called? In the polling thread. Which is... Oh, I'm also doing this here. I'm already... Why is this such a confusing problem? Again, I'm not confident about this. Using the same name for something that's being captured in the lambda that I'm assigning to. So wrapper fun. Very confusing stuff. So whatever function I pass in here, which is this, I want to call it in the UI thread, which is fine. That's fine. Device create. This doesn't actually matter. Okay. I don't think it does. Let me try to understand this again. So fun device async. Oh, this doesn't even do that. It just passes it straight in. Oh, maybe that is the problem. Is I shouldn't be wrapping this at this point. Hold on. Let me look again. In what context is this omitted? Create device async. Duplicate async. Hold on now. So I am doing the same thing. Oh, the return callback will be called in the poll thread, so this wrapper is to pass it back to the main thread to be called there instead. Yes. I think this should do what I want, honestly. Do I get in here? I do. And then we called this, which is this. Oh. That's not good. I see. Okay, right. So what did I do wrong? This one I'm explicitly calling this. Without the wrapper. Calling it without the wrapper. I get it. All right, I see. It's because I need another function. Oh, I need to. Okay. Turn in UI. Return to UI. Return fun. This is so confusing. I think this will work fine. So the public API, we return to the UI thread. Otherwise, if we're doing this synchronous wrapper thing, and we say false here, and then it will just immediately be invoke the lambda in the other thread. Hey, there we go. The rest of the tests pass, okay. That was really confusing. What did I change here? Oh yeah. Okay, find out now if the export works. It probably will not. But if I... So... CPU usage going through the roof because it's in debug mode. That's how do you use this? Room size. Decay. So that's vaguely what it should sound like when I export, but it's probably not going to successfully export. Let's see what happens. Well, it didn't error. Where did it export to? Output test. Let's see. It's very quiet. Alright, it didn't export anything. Okay. So what is the next problem? So I create the snapshot here, and then the rendering is down here. So I haven't tested this at all yet. This is the first time testing it. Let's see what happens. I think the problem... Hopefully the sandbox is not just going to kill itself. How do I test if that's happening? I think it might have already happened. Yeah. Yeah, when the sandbox goes long enough without receiving a little like heartbeat message from the client library, it will just automatically kill itself. And so when I'm debugging and I'm like stopped at a breakpoint in the blockhead process, it's not going to be sending that message to the sandbox to just let it know that we're still here. I think it's like once every 5 seconds or something like that. It needs to send a message. So the sandbox is just killing itself. When does send heartbeat interval? Yeah, okay, so we send a heartbeat every 1 second, and if we don't receive a heartbeat within 5 seconds, then we time out. So I should basically just disable that behavior temporarily so that I can debug things. Or just increase this to like 50 seconds. Or 500 seconds. I assume if I break here, then this is just going to be 0. For some reason. Who knows why? This is basically just doing exactly what the real-time renderer does, except it's doing it in a background thread. But probably we just haven't set up the sandboxes properly, or hold on. Group process. Make group process for workspace. So this happens. Alright, let's just see what's going on. export. Signal, let's look at the signal zeros. Okay, render path to racks. Check render. Render path to rack. Right, this signal. Okay, we have values here. That puts the values into the rack input. At some point this should happen. Let's look at our group process thing. Audio inputs 1, audio outputs 1. That all seems fine. Let's see what's going on. What? Hold on. I missed something there. I'm trying to step into that function and it's just jumping somewhere else for some reason. What is happening? Why is it? $258.20. Why are you jumping all over the place? Oh, I'm a different thread now. What thread is this? Oh, this is the playback. How do I debug just one thread? I'm sure there's a way to do that. Okay, I don't care about this thread. Here we go. Now we're in the right thread. Step into here. Do snapshot export, yep. Process. Yep. So this is the client library that we're inside now. Process inputs, do sandbox processing. Then we jump back to the other thread, which I don't care about. Get here. Read audio outputs. Buffer. It's just zeros. Okay. Did I not activate the devices or something like that? Maybe? It seems like this is all working, but it's just outputting zeros from the device. Let me think. I do activate the group here. What else do I need to do? I need to create connections, do I? I think that happens already. Oh, maybe not. Like, where are connections created? Connect. Update rack connections. Oh, it happens. Have to insert out. Track rack device. Overwrite tracks audio. I'm not creating any connections, first of all, between the devices, but I actually only have one device in the rack for this test, so that shouldn't matter yet, but it will matter. I need to fix that as well. If you only have one device in the sandbox, then the connections don't matter. So that's one bug I spotted, but it's not relevant to the fact that I'm just getting silence out at the moment. Okay, so what else am I missing? I don't think there's anything. I just need to call activate, which I am doing. But this isn't. Yeah. I'm just. Okay, we're gonna have to do some janky debugging in that case. I'm gonna have to debug it. So is debugger present? Oh no, but then the client's just going to time out, isn't it? So... where is that open? There we go. It's because I changed the heartbeat thing. Yeah, the client's gonna time out as well. So I have to change. Client. How do I do that? Wait, is there no timeout? It just waits infinitely. I think that's true. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully... if I open this, nothing should be working here. Yeah, it just gets stuck because the sandbox process is waiting for a debugger to attach. What's this one? PID 6432. And I just click continue on that one. Whoops. And then we start the export, and it should stop again. So stop debugging this one, and wait, what? Oh, I stopped the wrong one. Fuck. Okay, start again. Open this. Oh, I opened the wrong project. New project. Open this one. So it should be hanging now because it's waiting for this one to attach. Oh, shit, which one is it? No. I look at the PID. Why does this not show the PID? There we go. 20148. This one. So attach there, then just continue to let it continue. And then I go here, start and export. Like this, go back to here. No, wrong one. No, this one. Oh, how do I detach the debugger? Detach. Okay, and then I attach to 20148 group 112. This should be the one I actually care about. Okay. Now I can see what's happening, hopefully. So at some point this should happen. The client should signal us. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Deep processing. Blah 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 blah. Crap process. Is scheduled to process. Try to wake up. Yes. Okay, this is all fine. Okay, this is working. It seems like. Process. So I want to see the part where there should be. I don't know where it should do the process. Device. Service. Data. Audio out. You should have written to this buffer some data. Zeros. What about the audio in? Also zeros. So there's no input audio. Interesting. Processing. Okay, so from the sandbox side, there's simply no audio input in shared memory. These are just zeros. So that's why it's outputting zeros, is because there's no... It's getting zeros in and putting zeros out. So... It must be a problem on the client side then. It must be not writing to shared memory. Process inputs. That should be. It should happen in here. Write audio inputs. Write audio inputs. This should happen. Oh, I need to remove that that break. Where was it? Here. And now we have these sandboxes hanging around again. I didn't get them all. Ah. Again, ordinarily they would just kill themselves automatically, but I've temporarily disabled that behavior. Okay, export. And now right audio input. Here we go. Am I in the right thread? Let me check. No, I'm not. Nope. Not the right thread. This one. Buffer. Thread of zeros. Right to buffer. Oh shit, I missed it. No breakpoint in here. Wrong thread, wrong thread, wrong thread. Here we go. What? Come on. It's really annoying. I'm gonna have to put a line of code here just so I can put a breakpoint. Shit, I missed. Okay. I think it already finished. Go again. What? No, I'm confused. Oh, I removed the breakpoint. Okay. Okay. Buffer. Zeros. Oh. So I'm not even writing anything to the rack input. Rack input. Okay. Let's get out of here. The error is somewhere further up. It's in Blockhead, basically. It's not anything to do with the sandboxing system. That's what it seems like. So the problem is in here, it seems like. Render path to racks. Okay. Maybe the problem was when I duplicated the track entities in Blockhead. Track ID 23. Does that seem right? Seems plausible. As a ID. Render path to track signal. Yeah. Signal. Okay, this has got actual data. I'm writing to the rack input this signal. Okay. There it is. But I'm not reading from that buffer, it seems. No, let me look at that again. Track ID is 23. The service 618C50. 618C50. Oh, I need to look at. Hold on. 618C50. Where is this? Right to. Service. This is the wrong pointer. Ah, hold on. Oh, no. This is, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm in the wrong thread again. So this one. It's still the wrong pointer. It's, well, it's certainly a different pointer. Interesting. So do we assign a different service after creating the group process? I think that's what's going on here. That would make sense. We create the group process here. Track service. Track info service. That doesn't seem like what's happening. Actually. Signal. 0! What the hell? Hold on. So this is not being written to. Oh, because it's the wrong... Oh, yeah. This is the wrong... Okay, I don't understand what's going on. Let's figure this out. So when we create the track snapshot... We'll get to that in a second. Export. Create. Mine CB30. CB30. This is our service that we just created. It's assigned here. Then we go in here. Please. We have 1. 9 CB30. Okay. That is the correct service that we should be using, but we're clearly not. We're using a different one. Workspace. So when we write 9 CB30, we're writing to the wrong. Overwrite track text audio. Ah, I know what's going on. Dupe track service equals track service. I have to actually set that. Otherwise it's not going to work, dickhead. Wait, I'm creating a service here. Oh, I see what I've done wrong. I should not be doing that. Track service equals dupe track service. Yes. I think that makes sense. Why do I need this variable to be available? Set track service. That's not necessary anymore, right? Because I'm doing overwrite tracks audio. Is that necessary? Tracks. So it's not necessary to do that. Okay, and then I need to replicate this fix down here. Okay, there, that's working down there. Come on. Okay, that's progress. Interesting. That is interesting. I have an invalid track ID here. One track with an invalid ID. How did that... I mean, what did I break? Oh, I accidentally deleted the line of code that... What did I delete? Deleted that line. That one. Whoopsies. Alright. Oh my god. Yeah, now that I'm doing plugins in another process, when I'm in debug mode, that is very taxing on the CPU, so it's difficult to makes debugging a little bit more difficult, but yeah, so if I increase this and this, create a tail, export again, let's hear it. Incredible. Wow. It seemed like it's sort of started. Yeah, so there's some problem. There was silence at the beginning when there shouldn't be. Okay, there is a bug, but it's not to do with the sandboxing system. It seems like might be, maybe it is. There's a moment of silence at the beginning. And it starts a little bit into that drum loop. I don't know that. Well, that must be something to do with the sandboxing system. Okay, so that's the next thing to investigate. But anyway, it's pretty amazing that this shit works. If you understand what's happening under the hood now, with all these like processes being generated on the fly in the background. Let's, before I forget, go to here. Revert these change. Let's change here. Okay, I'll try to investigate the silence at the beginning. That's the next thing I'll do. Delete this. Fix